Hey everybody, this is Steph Page with SMP TV and Truth for Thursday. And a couple days ago I wrote a blog post about what it means to be courageous. It was taken from the new Casting Crown song that I heard just recently that I really like, that goes with the new movie that's coming out about being courageous. And I think that the Casting Crown song is probably aimed towards men, but the words in it are so good for all of us that it's time for us to be courageous. It's time for us to take a stand. And the only way to really be courageous and to step into that person or people that God is calling us to be is just to start on our knees. And it's just so powerful. I just really love it and highly recommend that you go listen to Casting Crown's new song, Courageous. But this has all had me thinking about what it truly means to be courageous. And for my post on Tuesday, I looked up what the word courageous means on dictionary.com, very reliable source. Anyways, it means that when you move into something, you're not deterred by pain or anger, and also to be brave. That's the adjective, to not be deterred by pain or anger. And you know, I've really been thinking about that. In Joshua, he calls the Israelites to be strong and courageous and to not be afraid, to not be scared, for the Lord their God was with them wherever they were going to go. And you know, we can take that for us too. That can be a command for us to say, you know, let's be strong and courageous. And what does that word courageous really mean? You know, people who go into unknown circumstances, people who step into places that are uncomfortable, they're courageous, they are. But that definition of that word isn't just the stepping out, it's the pushing through, it's the continuing on. Even when you get angry, you get hurt, there's pain, there's hard thing, it's the continuing to fight that battle. It's the continuing to go on towards what you know that you're supposed to be doing, towards what you feel you've been called to do. And I'm preaching to myself today because I've been in a place the last couple of weeks where I'm tired and I feel beaten up and I want to quit. And so that's why this word spoke to me so much, because it's not courageous to just step out and say, I'm going to do it, and to start doing it. It's courageous if you stick with it and stick through it, even when there's pain, even when you feel angry, to say, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to be courageous for the Lord, and be courageous and be bold and be brave in whatever He's called me to do, because I know that He's going to go with me. And I'm going to surrender these feelings I'm struggling with, this pain that I have and this anger that I have. I'm going to surrender it to Him, and I'm going to give it to Him. I don't want it. I don't want it to mess with me. I don't want it to mess with what God's called me to do. But I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to keep on keeping on to what God's called me to do. And maybe you needed that today. Maybe you needed that this week, just like I've needed that we just need to be strong and courageous for the Lord. And the bottom line is just like what Joshua 1:9 says, be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God will go with you wherever you go. Do not be afraid. He goes before you, friends. He's preparing the way for you. He's got plans for you that you can't even see. And He wants you to follow Him boldly, even when it gets tough. Even when it gets tough. It's a lie that it's not going to be hard. It is going to be hard. If you are following the Lord, you will have resistance. There will be people and circumstances and situations that are going to come against you. You're going to want to quit. You're going to be discouraged. Push through. Be brave. Be strong. Be courageous. The Lord your God is with you. Push through it, even when there's anger, even when there's pain. Be courageous. We'll see you next time.